Hello guys, welcome to Mixed Emotions. Welcome back. Hope you all are doing good, doing safe. And today I have something new for all of you. Today I will be discussing few of the English grammar rules which are very much needed in order to speak or in order to write. And I thought of coming up with this 20 basic grammar rules which is very important for us while we speak or we write English. So without further delay, let's get into the video. Whenever we talk about English grammar, we always think about nouns, we always think about verbs, adjectives. So, and basically these are the terminologies which has many rules to it. But in today's video and today's grammar session, I will be discussing only the basic ideas about this particular. We are discussing the 20 rules, the 20 basic rules of grammar which are needed when we write or speak. The first one for me is that we know that a sentence always begins with a capital letter and it ends with a comma, it ends with a full stop, right? And either it is a full stop or it is a question mark or it is a exclamation mark. So in order to correct my sentence, I will say that we put comma in between the sentence or in between few similar words, but we never put a comma at the end of the sentence. So this is the basic thing which we need to know when we start out with a sentence. For example, the fat cat sat on the mat. Okay, so the fat cat sat on the mat. T will be here capital, and we are ending the sentence with a full stop. So this is the very basic idea or the basic knowledge when we start out with any sentence. The next one is, where do you live? Question mark. Why question mark? Because this is a question sentence. This is not a normal sentence, it is a questioning sentence. So any kind of sentence which starts with where, why, who, whom, whose, what, all these kind of question sentence, they end up with a question mark. Another one is that, I fell down. So this is is an exclamation. So with such exclamation, we use an exclamation mark. So these are the basic punctuation which we need to know while we write sentences. And yeah, let's get to the next one. The next one in my list is that whenever we write a positive sentence, we follow a simple order. The order is subject, verb, object. I will be explaining you with this an example. John loves Mary. Okay, so here the subject is John. The verb is loves and the object is Mary. So John loves Mary. I hope you understood this sentence. I will also again explain another sentence. They were driving their car to Bangkok. Okay, so here subject is they, because who are driving the car? They. Verb is driving. As you all know that the doing verb is known as verb. So here verb here is driving. And what is the object here? What are they driving? They're driving a car. So car here is the object. Okay, so this is the second verb. So whenever we use such sentences, we need to follow the subject, verb and object rule. There needs to be a subject, there needs to be a verb, and then there needs to be an object. The next one in my list is that every sentence must have a subject and a verb. This is a very important rule, guys. For any sentence to start with, there needs to be a subject and a verb. Okay. Now, an object is optional at times or it is not optional. Like if I say that John teaches, okay, so here what is the subject? John. And what does he do? What is the doing form? The doing form is teaches. So teaches is the verb. So we have the subject and the verb. Now if I say John teaches English, what does English becomes? English becomes the object, because what does John teaches? John teaches English. So English is the object. So it is not so important that it needs to be there. It can be added. But if I only write John teaches, this also makes sense. So we need to understand any kind of sentence needs a subject along with the verb, right? The next one in my list is the subject and the verb agreement. Now, subject and the verb agreement is a huge topic. Okay, and I would love to take a class upon the same after few such videos, because it will be a very long class. Subject verb agreement is a very big chapter to deal with. But here today I will be discussing only the basic thing. That is, a singular subject always uses a singular verb, but a plural subject will be always using a plural verb. Like John works in London, right? John is a singular subject. Works is a singular verb. No matter we are writing works as W-O-R-K-S, there is a S, but works is a singular form, okay, in London, right? But if I say John and Mary works in London, the sentence will be wrong because John and Mary are plural. So plural form of this verb is work and not works. So John and Mary work in London is the correct phrase. Most people eat 3 meals a day. Most people means it is again subjectifying to the plural form of the verb, but here we will not say that most people eats 3 times a day. Most people eat 3 times a day. Okay, yeah, my mother is doing some fun stuff behind, so she's making me laugh, she's making me understand that she's able to eat more than 3 times a day. That is why she's objectifying this term. Anyways, let's move on to the next rule. The next rule is that whenever two singular subjects are connected by or, we will use a singular verb. Okay, like John or Mary is coming tonight. This is a very basic problem which we all face, that whenever we find that there are two people or two subjects, we tend to use a plural form. But that is not the right thing to do. Either coffee or tea are fine. It cannot be the correct form of the sentence. Either coffee or tea is fine. Because coffee or tea, I am not saying coffee and tea. If I would have said John and Mary, then they would have formed a plural form or a plural subject. But here I am saying either John or Mary. So I am referring to only one person. Either or is a condition where we refer to only one person. So in this case, either John or Mary is coming tonight, right? So here the word will be is, because any one of them can come, both of them cannot come. So whenever two singular subjects are connected, we always use a singular verb. And the same is true for either or and also neither nor. Let's move on to the next rule. These are the first 5 rules which we have discussed. Now, adjective is a word which defines a noun or a pronoun, we all know. Okay, if I say she is a girl, so here girl is a noun. But if I say she is a beautiful girl, here beautiful is a term which is adjective. Why? Because beautiful defines the word girl, which is a noun, right? Now we have always seen adjectives will always come before a noun. Okay. So whenever we define adjectives, we always understand that adjective is a type of word which will always come before a noun. Like if I say that she married a handsome Italian man. So here the man is a noun, but handsome and Italian are adjectives. So we need to understand that these always adjectives is that kind of word, is a word which will always come before a noun, and adjective is a word which defines a noun. So always we should always have this clear thing in mind that adjectives will come before a noun, and that's all. So let's move on to the next one. The next one is that whenever we use two adjectives, we first use the opinion adjective, then comes a fact adjective, and then comes a noun. Like I will actually refer my previous example which I have cited, that is she married a handsome Italian man. As you can see in this entire sentence, the noun is man. What is handsome and Italian man? Handsome is a opinion adjective, because according to me this man is handsome. According to someone else he may not be handsome. So this is an opinion. Okay. Next we are saying Italian. Fact. This is a fact adjective. That is, this man belongs to Italy. His birthplace is Italy. Okay. So he is Italian. So this is a fact. And then man is a noun. So always whenever, remember this, that whenever we are using two adjective, so adjective is a word which I've already said which defines a noun, but whenever we are using two adjectives, we should make sure that first the opinion objective should come, and then fact objective and adjective, and then the noun should come. Like if I say I saw a nice French table, nice is my opinion, French is again a fact adjective, table is a noun. So that is the actual funda or the actual way in which adjectives and noun can be placed. The next one we will move to collective nouns. What are collective nouns? Collective nouns are nothing but it is actually a group of people or a group of substance which we always treat as collective or together. So here we will treat collective noun always as either a singular or plural. Okay. Like if I say that the committee are having sandwiches for lunch, this means committee consists of many members, not only one member. So the committee contains either 10 members, 5 members, more than 10 members, more than 20 members, we don't know. But committee means what? It is more than one, this is for sure. Okay, so committee can contain many members. So we make sure that the committee are having sandwiches for lunch. Means that the committee, the people, whoever people or whatever number of people is there inside the committee, they're having sandwiches for their lunch. So we are treating the entire word as plural, and we are also using the verb as are. Okay, like my family likes going to the zoo. So my family does not consist of only me. My family consists of many members. My grandparents, my parents, my uncles, my aunts. So together, all of us, we like to go to the zoo or visit the zoo. So here my family is treated as a plural form, and so we are using likes, right? So this is the basic thing, and the next one is a very important stuff which I may like to discuss, and this is a particular part where I have also made so many mistakes. That is the difference between its and its. Okay, now what happens is that whenever we discuss about its and its, so we kind of use its and its. The its word is its and another its is it apostrophe s. So there is a basic difference. If I say that the dog has hurt its leg, the word its refers to the dog. Okay, it's a possessive form, right? Here we do not use apostrophe. Its refers to the dogs. So it is for falling under a possessive verb. Okay, the dog has hurt its leg. That is, the dog has hurt its own leg, right? But if I say it's 2 o'clock, here this its it apostrophe s is actually, it's a, I can say it is the expanded form of it is. We are not writing it is, we are just writing its. Okay, so here its is a type of word where it is a expanded version, or it's a contracted version of it is, and its without any apostrophe is that kind of word which actually shows possessiveness of the actual noun, or it's a possessive noun, right? The dog has hurt its leg. It refers to the dog. So this is the basic difference, and we tend to make quite a number of mistakes while deciding what is what. So if we understand this particular basic thing, we won't make further mistakes, right? Let's move on to the next one. The next one in my list is that the words your and you are two different words with different meanings. Many a times I've seen guys, I have seen many people writing, or I have myself made this mistake where I have taken your and you apostrophe re to be the same, but they are not just the same. Your is a word which particularly refers to you, or the second person. You apostrophe r is a word which refers to you are as a first person. Okay, so here you are and your, there is a difference between the two. Here is your coffee, that means this coffee is your. You apostrophe re, looking good, this means you are looking good. You're looking good, we will not say, we will say you are looking good. But if I say here is your coffee, that means this coffee is yours. It is again showing possessiveness. But in case of you are looking good, it is actually defining that particular person, or defining that particular term, that you are looking good. This is the basic difference. So your and you are never the same. Okay, let's move on to the next one. The next one in my list is that there are few words like there, they are. Okay, there, and they are. For you may find that these three sound just the same, but no, there is a basic difference. Okay, there, there, it refers to a particular place. Like there was nobody at the party. Where? At the party. There. Okay. Their, it again shows possessiveness. I saw their new car. Whose new car? Their. Their. Okay. Do you think they are happy? Here they are. The apostrophe r is again the contracted version of theyare. They are. They are can also be written as the apostrophe re. So these three words has three different meanings, and please do not confuse these three things, right? Okay, let's move on to the next one. The contraction. What is contraction? Like if I say I am, I can write it as I apostrophe am. He is, I can write it as he apostrophe s. Okay, the contraction he's. So we talk about contractions. We were talking about contraction rather. So if I say he apostrophe s, it can refer to he is. It can also refer to he has. If I say she apostrophe s, it can refer to she is. It can also refer to she has. So according to the formation of the sentence, or according to the type of sentence, we get to decide what is what, or we get to understand what is what. And according to the type of sentence, we will choose either it is he has or he is. So we need to be a bit careful about it. But yes, whenever there is an apostrophe after he or she, we tend to term it as either she is or she has, or he is or he has. Only these two words can actually be counted whenever we use an apostrophe, right? So let's move on to the next one. The contraction he apostrophe d can mean he had or he would. Similarly, they apostrophe d can mean they had or they would, right? So many a times we always find that he apostrophe d, that means he had. No, it is always not he had. It can also be he would. If I say she had, she apostrophe d, she had, we always take it as she had. No, it can also be she would. Like the previous sentence I told you, whenever we find an apostrophe after he or she, we always term it as he is. Always it is not he is. According to the formation of the sentence, or according to the type of the sentence, it can be he has, he is. Similarly, it can be they had or they would, right? Now you can spell a proper noun whenever we the next one, we are moving to the next one rather. Yeah, so whenever we spell a proper noun, we always start, the initial will always be with a capital letter. Like proper noun is a type of noun which belongs to only one person, like name of a person. Joseph. Joseph is not the name of all the people around here. The name of only one particular boy is Joseph. So Joseph, this word will always start with a capital letter. The name of any particular country, like Russia. Okay, so all the countries' name is not Russia. So Russia, R will always start with a capital letter. Okay, English. English is a subject. All subjects' names are not English. So English will start with a capital letter. So whenever we spell a proper noun, we will always use a capital letter. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Spell proper adjectives with an initial capital letter. Proper adjectives are made from proper nouns. Okay, like Germany has actually been derived from German. Okay, London is an English town. So we need to spell the proper, what are proper adjectives? It is nothing but these are those kind of adjectives which actually belong to one particular segment. Like London is an English town, right? So London is not a Mexican town. London is not a Mediterranean town. London is not a Vietnamese town. London is an English town. English here is an adjective because it is defining the word called town, but here it is a proper adjective. Proper adjective means what? Those adjectives which belongs to only one particular section of the world, that is English town. What kind of town? English town. All towns are not English towns. Only one particular section of this world is our English town, right? So we tend to always prefer, so this is the, what is the definition of a proper adjective. So whenever we use proper adjective, like I will give you another example. Who is the Canadian Prime Minister? So here Canadian is a term which is actually used in the adjective sense. Canadian Prime Minister, because it is defining the word Prime Minister. Canadian is actually a proper term, or a proper, because it's a proper adjective, because this is a now Canadian only belongs to a particular segment of this world. All people or all kind of race, human race is not Canadian. Only one particular human race is considered to be Canadian. Okay, so here Canadian Prime Minister, Canadian, this term refers only to one particular section of people. That is the reason Canadian is a proper adjective, and so we will use Canadian, we will write Canadian as capital C. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Using the indefinite article a or an for countable nouns in general, right? We always use a or an. Okay. Using the definite article the for specific countable nouns and all uncountable nouns. Like I will give an example. I saw a bird and a balloon in the sky. Okay. The bird was blue and the balloon was yellow. So we are using an indefinite article a or an for countable noun. So in this sentence, what is a countable noun? The bird and the balloon. Okay. Now we are using the definite article the for specific countable noun and all uncountable noun, like the bird. The bird. Which bird? The bird for about which I was talking in my previous sentence. Okay. The bird was blue and the balloon was yellow. Okay, so what was the balloon? The balloon was yellow because we are talking about that specific bird and that specific balloon. So we will use the. For example, he always saves some of the money that he earns. Okay, so the is a term which is always used for all kind of uncountable noun. Okay, so the money. Money here is countable, right? But we will use the money because here money is actually referring to what amount of money or how much money we don't know. So we will use the money. Okay, yeah, so let's move on to the next one. Using the indefinite article a with words beginning with a consonant sound. Use the indefinite article an with words beginning with a vowel sound. So this sound thing, this vowel and consonant, I guess you know what is it. So if I say a cat, so C, it's starting with C, so it's a consonant. So we will use a, right? A game of golf. So it's starting with G. G is a consonant. So we will use a, right? If I say apple, I will say an apple because apple is starting with A. A is a vowel. So before vowel, we will use an. Okay? An umbrella. Okay? It's starting with U. So we will write an. Okay? Honorable man. Here the pronunciation is honorable, not honorable. So we will use an, right? So this is the basic thing, I guess, and we use a before consonant and an before vowel, but there are many exceptions. We can discuss about this later, but this is a very basic rule, right? And a and an is always considered, a and the is always considered as indefinite articles, so do not forget that. Let's move on to the next one, and that is use of many or few with countable nouns. Use much or a lot or little for uncountable nouns. So how many dollars you have? This is a particular question. So this kind of question is actually referred to a countable noun. Money is countable. So I can say that how many dollars you have, right? Now suppose I'm saying that how much money you have. I cannot write that how many money you have because money is somewhere it is related to the entire property or the entire bank balance I have. So I will say how much money. Okay, it is falling under an uncountable factor. If I say there are a few cars, that means it is countable. Cars are countable. Okay, but if I say there is little traffic on the roads, little means not much. Okay, so I cannot count the entire traffic going outside the road. So I will say little traffic. This is a basic difference. So this is a very basic thing which if you follow, if you understand these basic concepts, guys, I guess it will be easier for you and also for me to understand the basics of grammar. Okay, the last two, I'm reaching to that particular zone. Right, the second last is that to show possession, use an apostrophe plus S for singular owners and S plus apostrophe for plural owners. For example, the boy's dog. Here, there is only one boy and he is only having one dog. So this dog belongs to the boy and so it is the boy's dog. Next, the boy's dog. That means here there are two boys. So whenever there are one or more than one, we will use the apostrophe after S. So this dog belongs to those two boys. Maybe the dog is one, but the boys here is plural in number. So we will use the boy's dog. So this is the basic difference and S is always used to show possession. Let's move on to the next one. The last but not the least. In general, we use the active voice that in preference to the passive voice. That is, if I say cats eat fish, that is a much more normal sentence than compared to fish are eaten by cats. Okay, so we use active in preference to passive. Active is used in preference to passive. So always we always try to use the active form of the sentence, not the passive. Now what is active passive? If I say that as this example, cats eat fish, right? Now if I say the passive form of this subject is fish are eaten by cats, we will just we will do the vice versa game and we will place the fish in the subject and cats in the object. We will just play the vice versa game, or we will just make the opposite thing. So this is all about active and passive. And yeah, that is it for today, I guess. These are the basic rules which you need to follow. If you have any suggestions, if you have any queries, if you have any doubts, please, I would love if you commented in the comment section below. And do like to press the bell icon and subscribe to my channel. It's a very new channel with some basic agendas. I hope you're liking the content. And if you have any suggestions, reviews, queries, just you can write it down in the comment section. You can also mail me. And I'm trying to get into this particular English class, and I'm going to get into the details of it, as many of my friends, my relatives have given me a very positive review. And yes, to my utter excitement, I would love to share one good thing is that people are they are wanting to take English classes from me. And to be very frank, I have my particular work session going on, so for me to take English classes on a regular basis is not possible. But yes, I'm trying to find out time for Saturdays and Sundays. I've also started off with my virtual online English classes. If any of you are interested, you can send me a message in Facebook. My Facebook ID is Shreya Datta. You can also Instagram me. My Instagram ID is rimzy390. You can also mail me. I will provide all the details of my accounts in the description box below. And if you would like to start off with the English class, you can mail me, you can text me, or you can also, and those people who are known to me, they can also text me or in WhatsApp or call me. I would be open up to them, as I've already started with this venture. I know I have loads to do, and I have a big deal to look forward to. So I would really love to connect with you all. And this virtual English class is actually taken in Zoom. And I'm trying to imbibe many new aspects of English. I'm studying about the same, and I'm trying to imply the same for my students. So if you would I would love that if you guys can also engage in the same. If you need this particular session, or if you need this particular help, I'm here for you. So do not forget to like my page on Facebook, Mixed Emotions. And yes, try to share this video as much as possible. Stay home, stay safe, and stay good. Thank you so much.